The hidden power within your brain. What if everything you believed about your intelligence was wrong? What if the brain sitting inside your skull right now contains untapped abilities that could transform your entire existence? For decades, scientists told us the adult brain was fixed, unchangeable, declining with age. They were catastrophically mistaken. Welcome to the revolution of neuroplasticity. Your brain isn't a static computer, it's a living, breathing organism that rewires itself every single day. Neural plasticity evidence. Every thought you think, every skill you practice, every challenge you overcome literally reshapes the neural pathways in your head. London taxi drivers grow enlarged hippocampi from memorizing the city's maze-like streets. Musicians develop extraordinary motor cortex regions. Even stroke victims can train healthy brain areas to take over damaged functions. This isn't motivation, this is hard science. Your brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, each capable of forming thousands of connections. Flow state. But here's what the research really reveals. Most people use less than a fraction of this potential. The question isn't whether you can change your brain, the question is whether you'll choose to. Why do some individuals seem to operate on a completely different level? What separates the extraordinary from the ordinary? The answer lies in a psychological phenomenon that elite performers have mastered, often without realizing it. It's called flow state, and accessing it could unlock capabilities you never knew you possessed. Flow state science. When our best psychologists studied peak performers across every field, they discovered something remarkable. Chess grandmasters, Olympic athletes, renowned surgeons, breakthrough scientists, they all described entering a zone where time seemed to stop, self-doubt vanished, and their abilities amplified beyond normal limits. But here's the revelation. Flow isn't reserved for the gifted few. It's a neurobiological state available to anyone willing to understand its mechanics. During flow, your brain undergoes dramatic changes. Mindfulness and mental clarity. Your mind processes over 60,000 thoughts per day. Most are repetitive, many are negative, and almost all go unnoticed. This mental noise isn't just distracting, it's systematically undermining your cognitive potential. But what if you could learn to control the chaos? Ancient contemplatives discovered techniques that modern neuroscience is only beginning to understand. Mindfulness meditation doesn't just reduce stress, it physically reconstructs your brain. Mindfulness effects and creativity. After just 8 weeks of mindfulness practice, brain scans reveal increased grey matter in areas associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, actually shrinks, reducing reactivity to stress and anxiety. Advanced meditators show increased cortical thickness, enhanced attention spans, and improved cognitive flexibility. When you gain mastery over your attention, you gain mastery over your reality. Creative networks and genetic potential. Where do breakthrough ideas come from? Creativity doesn't emerge from a single right brain region. Instead, it requires the dynamic interaction of 3 distinct neural networks. Most people's creative networks operate in isolation, producing either wild but impractical ideas or logical but uninspired solutions. True creative breakthroughs happen when all 3 networks synchronize. The most innovative minds in history didn't just stumble upon great ideas, they created conditions that made breakthrough thinking inevitable. Epigenetics and destiny. Your DNA isn't your destiny. The emerging field of epigenetics reveals that your genes are more like a piano than a predetermined soundtrack. Which keys get played depends entirely on environmental influences, and many of those influences are under your direct control. Your lifestyle choices don't just affect how you feel today, they literally switch genes on and off. Exercise activates genes associated with neuroplasticity. Proper sleep triggers genetic pathways for cellular repair. Even your social connections influence genetic expression. Every decision you make is sending signals to your DNA. The question isn't what your genes allow, the question is what signals you're choosing to send.